Hello. Do I have, yeah, microphone, got microphone. Good morning. Morning for me. 7:30 a.m. I wouldn't say I'm running late. Cleaned up the kitchen a little bit, did some stuff. We got Henry here on the dog blanket. Becker's out in the other room. And of course, Henry had to move. Oh, hype bass. We got hype bass going on the Pretzel Rocks. I am liking the Pretzel Rocks. I went ahead and subscribed to the whatever premium level or the one level up. And I'm not sure if it gave me any super extra features that I needed. Maybe YouTube safe mode is on premium. I think mostly I just wanted to support it. There is a free version of Pretzel Rocks. This is not a paid promotion. I'm just telling you what I use. Henry had his tooth out yesterday. He did real well. He's feeling pretty good. You got to stay on the blankie, dude. We ain't got time to mess around. We got to get to it. We got another big day. So we're rowing. And our legs, our arms. Legs and arms. And I made sure Twitch Stream Manager is showing that it's connected. I was definitely having some internet problems yesterday. I went to go stream Sims last night and the upload was just horrible. I may just, right now I'm at 540 resolution with 1500 bitrate, which is kind of on the low side, but I'm thinking I should just leave it there until I can. If I just leave it there on both setups, I can stop worrying about it until I can get that Starlink. I just can't believe that I can't find a status of Starlink. So I go on YouTube and I search for like Starlink setup, Starlink unboxing. So a dude in North Carolina, I found a video, it was like 2 or 3 weeks old. And this guy makes it sound like 3 or 4 weeks ago he just signed up and 1 week later they shipped him his Starlink. So I don't know if that means they wanted more people. I mean, North Carolina is further south than where I'm at. So maybe they had a launch. They added enough satellites to say add like 1 degree more to the south. And so they want more people down there to test. And since I'm in Missouri, they already got enough people to test in Missouri, and so they're not sending out more to Missouri. This is the kind of stuff that goes through my head all day. Not all day, when I think about it. So, I'm like, how come I don't get mine before the guy in North Carolina who just barely signed up when I signed up in the middle of February? Ugh. And the thing is, so Starlink's in beta, right? And I read stuff like, yeah, my Starlink's great, except it went out for 4 days, and there's nothing I can do because it's in beta. And I'm like, yeah, that's true too. It's not like it won't have issues. Anyways, that's my rant. I don't know. I really try not to be too much of a complainer, but I think that in my head, like, oh, I'm pretty positive. I'm half glass full. But then, you know, everybody complains now and then. I feel okay on the rowing machine. Yesterday, that whole neck ache, it's not an ache. It's like when I get in a certain position, there are muscles in my neck, especially on the right side. The right side of my shoulder, my neck, and my back. There are muscles there that apparently I haven't used in 30 years. Is the only thing I can think of. Because I really don't feel like I've injured myself. I don't feel like something's wrong. Because normally if you have an injury, you know, it's like it hurts all the time. It's not just like a certain position. The other thing about this rowing machine, so just now, I got an itch on my leg. Well, I don't want to stop and itch my leg, but now I got an itchy leg. Oh, here I am complaining again. It's fine. Itches, if you think about it, unless there's a bug chewing on your leg, it's just an itch, right? You can't train yourself to ignore that kind of stuff. So the small, tiny, slightly annoying itch that's on my left leg, I'm just gonna not think about. Well, I am thinking about it. I'm not gonna scratch it because I don't want to stop. Right now, Henry's settled. Is he just out of the picture? I think he's just barely out. Yeah, you can't see him. He's just at the very bottom of the screen, below the bottom of the screen. Instead of laying on his blankie, he's just laying on the floor. Becker got out of his old man chair. I should have went and found him maybe before I started, but I need to get this done. I got stuff to do today, and it's going to be a little bit tricky. Legs, arms. Legs, arms. Legs, arms. Legs, arms. Yeah, I think this resolution at this bit rate is the way to go. The stream manager is saying excellent. And the bit rate's nice and solid, green line. I'm definitely on this setup in the workout room. I want to leave this computer set to that 540p 1500 bit rate. Because really, this isn't gameplay. This isn't a first-person shooter. If I like fuzz out, nobody cares. Oh, I did get a haircut yesterday, so I'm happy. My head doesn't have a bunch of hair all over it. I got it buzzed down. I think he would have shaved it if I would have pushed it, or asked. I mean, it's a barber, right? But I've never actually shaved my head, like shave like you shave your face. So I just said clip it, and then I had him trim up my beard pretty good. I didn't want to go too low or too short, but with summer I actually usually shave it off. I usually just clip it off myself, but decided not to do that. Since I was going to a barber anyways, I just paid him to trim it up so it looked better. Shorten it up, make it look better. Legs, arms. Legs, arms. Arms. I didn't reset the timer on the machine, so I'm going to have to go by the session time. This height base is pretty good. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's day 6. I went off memory. My memory is definitely, what's the word the kids use? Sus. But the thing is, it's weird. Like, I don't know that I have any kind of an actual memory thing. I did kind of ask my doctor about it last year when I had my physical, and she basically said there's not really any definitive tests. They can't like stick a needle in your brain and say, yeah, you have early onset Alzheimer's or dementia or something. Plus, she said there aren't really any treatments. Like nothing definitive. So even if you have a problem like that, I can't really help you. So what do you want me to do? I mean, she didn't say that part. Anyways, my point is that if any of y'all start having memory loss when you get older, I guess, I'm sure it's individualized. I'm doing the squirrel thing. All I'm trying to say is, it's not like it's a blanket thing. Like, I can remember weird details, you know, from 30 years ago, but then there's general things from 30 years ago that are all kind of fuzzy. But I don't think that has anything to do with this. What I'm talking about, the changes I've seen in the last couple of years, is just like day-to-day stuff. Like a good example is a few days ago, me and one of my kids had to go out and go to Costco and go out to, it was last Sunday. See, like that, I remember what day it was. I forgot my wallet, so we were like getting ready to go, da-da-da. We get halfway up the road, I'm like, oh, I don't have my wallet. We can't go into Costco, I don't have a Costco card. It's just the little things, it's so annoying. It's like spotty. I think maybe an analogy would be like a sieve. It's like there's a sieve over your memory, and it's not that it's blocked. Plenty gets through. It's just there are a few bits that get blocked, and when you're aware of it, that's the other thing, right? If you don't remember something, but you don't know that you don't remember it, then how could that bother you? You don't even know that you forgot it. You have to know you forgot something, whether it's your wallet or like you're trying to think of a word. Contention is a good word. I don't know why. The last month, the word contention, I've tried to think of it a couple of times, and my brain just is like, I don't know that word. There's a word, and I can even remember that it starts with a C, and I know what it means. But I'm like, what is that word? I'm trying to remember that word. It's weird stuff like that. It's annoying. But I'm glad to be alive. Had that heart surgery. If I hadn't had that heart surgery, my most blocked artery was like 93% blocked when they did the catheter. See, that's another thing. I keep forgetting to look it up. There's a test they do to check how blocked your arteries are. It's a catheter. I don't know. See, I didn't look it up. I don't remember. Anyways, by now, what it's been, yeah, it's coming up on is this June? Yeah, it's right up. 2 years ago is when I noticed. What happened was when I'd be going up just a couple flight of stairs at work, or like one day we had a meeting in another building in downtown. We had to walk 4 or 5 blocks to get to the Performing Arts Center where we were having this big meeting. They rented it out so everybody would fit. So it's like 4 or 5 blocks. I'm walking and about halfway I'm like, oh, I gotta stop. So I was feeling something weird. So it was 2 years ago. If I hadn't gone and asked the doctor and got checked out, by now, you know, 1 or more of those cardiac arteries would have completely been blocked, and I would have ended up with a heart attack. I mean, just try to be thankful for the good stuff. And I'm glad that I finally found a way to get motivated to exercise. So it's day 6. This rowing machine was relatively inexpensive for my budget. I know everybody's got their own, you know, financial situation. But for me, this was affordable-ish. And I thought it was important enough. And you can see that exercise bike next to me. That's the thing. So I'm like, oh, rowing machine, this is great. Well, that bicycle there is 30 years old. And I did ride it some during my cardiac rehab when they were trying to get us to do something at home. Because I know they basically say, okay, you're coming here for cardiac rehab and you're walking on the treadmill. This is all good. Oh, I'm going to check I'm not going to check I didn't get my, I'm just going to drink some water. I'm not going to check my pulse because I don't think I can reach that. I'm not getting up. So cardiac rehab, after the first couple weeks, they're like, you should be doing something at home. If you don't pick up exercise outside of rehab, then when this is over, because different people's insurance pay for a different amount of cardiac rehab. Like some people were only there 6 weeks. Some people, they'd only do 12 weeks. I think with my insurance, it's better. It was like 12 or 18 weeks or whatever, 16 weeks. It was the, the most that they normally do. But they're like, you gotta get something else, because your best chance of picking up and getting into a routine of fitness, is something like this kind of forces you to, and then you pick it up and continue it. So I did start to ride that exercise bike, and I was only out of cardiac rehab. I got done in like February of last year, and then a month later, COVID, and that was an easy excuse, like, oh man, we don't know what's going on, we gotta stay home, end of the world, blah blah blah. And so I didn't keep riding the bike. Didn't have enough motivation, or whatever you call it. I don't feel like I'm sitting up properly. My back is starting to... Yeah. I think even more than the legs-arm thing, I think the most important thing that I've got to focus on is keeping my butt out. I'm leaning forward. I think if I'm leaning back or slouching, that lower back is just gonna actually hurt more. This is going pretty good, man. I felt this was really sore when I got up this morning. Like, oh, how am I gonna do this? Oh, thank you, ChatFobot. Thank you, Streamlabs. Thank you, CloudBot. But I'm not playing Sims. So, although if there was a save game, I guess old cardiac guy patient on a rowing machine should probably save off. And no, but seriously, I would come up with some better. The last thing I would want to do is traumatize the internet by dying on stream. Like, holy crap, that would be so bad. So no, I do not feel like I am in any imminent danger. I am supposed to exercise. I haven't seen my cardiologist since last year, but a lot of that's because of COVID backup and stuff. I do need to go see my general physician. They called a couple weeks ago, and I haven't made an appointment yet. But that's mainly just routine to make sure my cardiac medicine is at the right level or whatever. Maybe some lab work. So, well, we're at 20-minute session time. It was about 2 minutes before I got started on the machine. So I would say I have 2 minutes left. It's day 6. I don't know when. I don't know. What I'm wondering in my brain is like, should I go up to 25 minutes? Should I push it just a little bit? Should I start pushing it a little bit longer? And if I was doing break days, I might have to wait longer. I don't know. Right now I'm just legs, arms, extended. That feels funny. Legs, arms. Legs, arms. Legs. It's not really supposed to be distinct motion, right? You're supposed to kind of make it one fluid. So snap, boom. Snap, boom. It's like I can picture myself rowing through a New England river, like in Groton, Connecticut. That's where there's a submarine base there. I've never been there, but I know there's the Charles River. Anyways, I just like picture one of those New England rivers. You got like 2 or 4 people in one of those racing shells out there. I mean, I've only ever watched rowing on the Olympics, and I don't even watch the Olympics anymore. I basically stopped watching the Olympics 30 years ago or something. But when I was a kid, and there was only 4 channels on TV, ABC's Wide World of Sports with, dang it, Howard Cosell. There wasn't that much to watch, and my parents discouraged us from watching TV. So whenever I could sneak in and watch TV, I would just watch anything. So I would watch like bowling, professional bowling. In the winter, Wide World of Sports would show skiing, downhill skiing, slalom skiing, the Olympics. I would watch all that stuff. It was the only TV that there was. There wasn't no cable. We never had cable when I lived at home. Part of that, though, was it wasn't really available where we lived until maybe I was in high school. Maybe we could have got it, but that wasn't going to happen. My dad did not watch TV. He would watch an occasional, like on a holiday, if there was a college football bowl, he'd maybe watch a bowl game, college football bowl game, maybe a baseball game once in a while. He did play baseball in high school, so if you had to pick like a sport that he sort of, was, I wouldn't say interested in, because he wasn't into sports, but since he played baseball, I guess that's the closest you could say. Alright, I'm over 20 minutes. I kind of feel like keeping going, but I also am worried about my back. Like, I don't think I'm doing good. My dogs are being good. They're both settled down. At some point, I got to think about my breathing too. If I'm talking, mouth breathing is kind of like a given. If I wasn't talking, I would think breathing through my nose, or at least breathing, breathe in, and then exhale through your mouth. I think that's right. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why anybody would watch this. I also don't like being like down on yourself. I know some streamers have a hard time. It's like easy for them to say, oh, especially like if they say they're not good at games. Like, very few people are those high level gamers. So us watching you stream a game, we not be any better at it than you are. So if you keep talking about how you're no good at it, I'm not trying to be critical of them. I'm trying to say, hey, don't worry about it. It's all good. We're all in this big old boat of life together. And there's a lot of us who may not speak up often enough. But I feel like the vast majority of people are loving, caring, and to your face especially, and at least in certain parts of the internet, they want to be nice and positive to each other, and they don't think it's a good idea to hurt other through governments. I don't want to get all political here, but I just wish the best for everybody. It's a struggle. I've been here 55 years. Life can be a big struggle at times. It can be really hard. And you're like, how am I going to make it through this? And you know, if you take it one day at a time and you don't give up, you might make it to 55. You might make it to 85. My dad was 81. He made it to 81. My mom's probably going to go another 20 years. Heck, my mom, I've always kind of felt my mom might outlive me. If I don't do this exercise, she probably will, which is fine. It's not like a race. I'm just saying. See, now I feel really good. Maybe I'm in that zone or whatever. But I also got a bunch of stuff to do today, so I can't just sit here all day. I do think I'm at 25 minutes. I don't know. Should we do 30, Henry? The thing is, I also feel like since I don't know what I'm doing, I need to ease into this. I've mentioned before, it's probably not optimal if you asked a trainer. Like if I had a trainer, I'm thinking they would not want me to do this every single day. They would want me to alternate either with the bike or with walking or something, which sounds great. But what if on my off days I just don't do anything and then I don't come back from an off day? That's my fear. And so in a way you could say, well, if you're feeling okay, just go. Try to do 40 minutes. Well, if I do 40 minutes and then I can't walk, I either pull something or I'm just so sore and exhausted that I can't do my normal activities that I need to do. And then the next day I'm so sore and hurting that I don't come in here and do this. You know what I'm saying? My main goal is to do a little bit of exercise every day using this stream thing as a, what was the word we decided? Accountability. Dang it, see, that's good, I remembered. So if I do this on stream, it's like a habit. There's an accountability no matter if there's 20 viewers, 10 viewers, 0 viewers, I can just do this. That is one of the things I like about how Twitch keeps your old videos, and I like multi-streaming. So on Twitch, they only keep your videos for like 60 days or 2 weeks or something. Since I'm multi-streaming to YouTube and Facebook, it'll keep these videos. I think YouTube's forever, isn't it? Forever-ish. So, I don't know. I'm just like you guys. I'm just, alive, awake. It's another day. I'm choosing not to just sit. I'm choosing to get out of bed. I put some food in the crock pot. I put a load of dishes in the dishwasher. I took care of my dogs. Talked to one of my kids, trying to plan out some stuff. And then I came down here and I sat on this rowing machine for 27 minutes, talking into a video camera microphone. And my form is getting bad. I think I better leave it there. So I want you all to know that there are other people out there thinking about you, even though I have no idea who you are. And I hope the best for you and the best out of your life. And I hope you all have a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow, because we're both going to make it. We're both going to make it to a new day. And I'm going to go to stream ending. Bye-bye. Say bye, Henry. Oh, he's still out of the picture.